Hello, Chris. You started UFC career after just 3 professional fights. It's very unique, actually, isn't it?
Yes, it's very unique. I've actually had 4. There's just a reporting issue with the last fight I had in March to the SureDog website. But yeah, I've had 4. It is very unique. I believe it's all due to the fact of the management group that I signed with, First Round Management. You know, they contacted me. They obviously saw something in me, and I noticed they had a lot of guys that were already in the UFC. And that's why I chose them. You know, I knew they'd be able to get me here. Being an older fighter, I knew I had a short window, so that's kind of why I chose them. And obviously, it was a good choice. So,
you think it was more like a manager job than your great victory over Linderman?
I think the victory over Linderman had a lot put me on the map of who I am. You know, most of the fights I've had haven't been past the second round. I think 2 of my fights have been to the second round, and they've all been finishes. So I mean, that right there tells you that I'm a fighter and I go in to finish. And I think that's what the UFC is looking for, especially in the heavyweight division. So,
did you expect that it will be so kind of easy with Linderman?
I wouldn't say it was easy. You know, he broke my nose. You know, he got his punches in. But you know, I knew kind of what to expect with him. You know, we knew he was a grinder. He tried to take me down, and I knew as long as I stayed on my feet, I'd have the reach advantage on him. So you know, and that's what we did. You know, he tried the takedown. I stopped it, and then I used my reach to my advantage.
So the good game plan was the proper strategy for that?
Yeah, good game plan, you know, knowing the guy's tendencies, what they plan to do, you know, and combating that. So it was a good game plan that did help me.
On Saturday you are going to fight Daniel Omielańczuk, pretty experienced fighter. Do you have such a great game plan for him as well?
You know, we know he's a good stand-up guy. I feel very comfortable on the ground. I believe a lot of people haven't seen too much of my ground game. I believe if I were to get him on the ground, it's going to be a short night. So I feel very comfortable on the ground, and that my abilities there will completely overwhelm him. So
that was actually my second question. I wanted to ask, what's your favorite position? Is it striking or rather ground?
You know, I just took up boxing probably about 4 or 5 years ago when I started doing the MMA thing. I love boxing, but you know, grappling is my first love. I've grown up wrestling since I was the age of 12. Got into jiu-jitsu about 15 years ago, and you know, it's just something that comes natural to me. And you know, I love the grappling. You know, half guard, I'm dynamite right there. So,
how was your preparations? Are you happy with them?
Yeah, we were actually expecting some sort of short notice fight, so we worked it at where we started training about a month ago, getting me to about 50% ready, and then at that point in time when we would get the call, we would crank it up a little bit. So it worked out. We had been training for about a month, doing my camp, and then as soon as I got the call, it was really simple. Just turned up the notch in the training, and you know, it gave us 3 weeks basically to, you know, fine tune me.
What do you expect from Daniel? What are the strong parts of him?
He's a great striker. I know he tends to counterpunch a little bit. I know he has a high left kick that he likes to throw. You know, and those are the things that I expect to see from him. I haven't seen too much from him on the ground. So, you know, those are the things I'll be looking for, you know, and looking for that opportunity to take it to the ground. So,
last question, how do you relax before the fight?
You know, I just get in the zone. I want to be left alone. I take a little nap, usually most of the time. I just put a hoodie on, lay down, and take a nap. And then come the time, once my hands start getting wrapped, that's when I start to, you know, really get into that mindset, you know. So I try to deal with all the nervous jitters and that type of stuff days prior. That way the day of the fight, I'm just focused on the fight and what I'm going to do during the fight.
Thank you very much, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you very much.